15 Golf has arrived in Georgia.
Welcome to Georgia.
Let's go. Let's go indeed.
Let's go.
This course today, guys, is a banger. Gary Player design. We'll see you there. What's up, everybody? It's Buffalo Ben 15 Golf back at it again. Finally, it is here. The Spring Break 2023 golf vlog round at Nob North Golf Course in Cohutta, Georgia, about a half hour southeast of Chattanooga, Tennessee. So, extreme northern part of Georgia.
Got a special guest on the golf.
And we are
vlog
joined
today.
by someone from Chattanooga, Tennessee here.
Uncle BT out of Chattanooga, Tennessee. Yeah, buddy. Remember, extend that trail arm. Make that swing taller. It'll help with you not having to hunch over to hit it. Just do it gradually as the round goes on. Don't try to change too much. Yes! Yes! There it is! There it is, man!
Oh, baby.
Yes!
Yeah.
These guys kicked my ass on this first tee shot.
So how about that, guys? Yeah, he's with us out here today. We're trying to get him to break 100. He's done it once in his life, but hasn't done it in, I think he told me, 6-7 years. So we are really trying to get him to that 99 or lower mark. And let me tell you, drives like that are going to help keeping it in play, as I was able to do here on this tee shot as well. 5-iron
Kinda got
layup, nothing
snagged
too crazy there.
on that dormant Bermuda, that grain on the Bermuda grass. It really, really moves away from you. So you do really have to be careful. Also, if you didn't notice, GPS, and they look great. They look really good. These are the courses I think Bucks Run is getting where I'm interning. Next year we're gonna have these exact type with this exact GPS. So yeah, good things in the works.
So yeah, just a little update there with Bucks Run, kind of what I'll be dealing with. I've now been working there for just a shade under a month. I'm enjoying every minute of it. It's a great place to be, a great place to kind of be exposed to a little bit of everything. It's kind of a public course with kind of a resort feel, a resort atmosphere. A lot of people travel from really far out to play golf there. I've seen license plates from Minnesota,
This could be it right here, right now.
Wisconsin, Illinois. I've even seen some Ontario, Canadas in the parking lot before. So I'm really enjoying it. It's a really good, well-rounded experience. I think it's really gonna expand my knowledge pretty good on how to run a golf course to the fullest potential it can have. And that putt almost has the best possible potential outcome, dropping in for birdie, but look at how far that slides by there, guys. I mean, I'm telling you what, this hole is just impossible.
Just go in.
And as you see there, Uncle BT, he sticks a chip about as good as you can stick it. We all thought it was going in, and then it just snapped to the left on him. So I tell you what, this going uphill here for about 5.5 feet, like this is considerably, you got to keep this one straight, and I do. In the jaws for a 5 par on the first hole. Gotta love that. So starting the trip off with a par on the card, that feels incredible. So really gonna set a good tone for this round, or at least it's gonna help to do so. As long as we can keep hitting drives well, yes, that works. A little tug kind of cut to the right. But we're okay with that. I mean, we're in another good spot. We're just off the right side of the fairway, but nothing really to worry about on this grass. Really light rough. There was actually a creek running the entirety of the left side, and my camera is kind of just ahead of that. As you see, there's kind of a little rut between the camera and I, and just that kind of uneven terrain is the kind of a stony little brook down there. So sorry I didn't get the best angle for how nice the shot was, because we did pretty well with it. About 25 feet here for birdie. And I tell you, I debated whether I should wait or not for that tractor to keep moving out of my peripheral vision. I don't know. I had been standing in my stance for like 10 seconds. There were a group of 4 guys flying up our butts. They were playing like the front tees, and I think they were playing like a 2v2 scramble. And not exactly easy to keep them satisfied with pace when you're trying to break 80, you're trying to treat this as an ultra-focused round, and you're trying to help someone break 100. But it doesn't phase us, guys. Another tester in the hole. So we are even through 2 now. And I tell you, we got great early start to the round. That's exactly what we need.
2 testers made.
So heading on to hole 3, which is, in my opinion, the second hardest par 4 on this front 9 after hole 9, as you will see coming up soon enough. There is OB all the way down the left side. As you see, there's some houses over there. And it plays even thinner than it looks from the overhead, because the last kind of 10 yards of inbounds slopes toward the road, and with this being dormant Bermuda, with how matted down, with how dead it is, that was 25-yard window to get that tee shot to work, and I got it.
Saturated here. So that was tougher than it looked.
So here we go, extreme left side of the fairway here. I just caught the hill that kind of slopes back toward the fairway. The cart path is just kind of on a little bit of a ridge, kind of a little spine going on either side. If I had rolled over that cart path, I could have easily rolled all the way out of bounds with how short, how dead this grass is. But instead we have a I wouldn't say easy approach shot. Like, this is 180 up the hill, slopes to the way left, and with like a grass bunker that I'm in on the right side. You got to get the angle just right to roll it close. And I missed the mark a little bit on the right side. So got a pretty difficult chip here, and I actually do extremely well with it. Use that ridge just above the hole to get that one pretty close there. From my angle, it looks like it's right next to the hole, but that's not how golf works. Come on now. But seriously, guys, Nob North, their greens were incredible. I wouldn't say they were as good as Legacy in North Carolina. I'd put them about even with Highland, if you remember that vlog. That vlog has actually been exploding when it comes to views. We have over 1,000 views on that video, which is absolutely crazy to me. So I'm so pumped that you guys enjoyed that one. I definitely got a lot of subscribers, a lot of attention from a lot of different parts of the country with that one.
Oh, that is just rude.
Hopefully this doesn't bring any negative attention. Good old Lipperoonie, as Fat Guy Golf likes to say. Let's see if I can do any better. Another kind of tester putt. Yeah, couldn't make them all, could I?
It's beyond hard to watch.
And, you know, with it being the first 3 holes of the day, that's rough. That kind of puts you in the mindset of, now I'm chasing a little bit. And it's not made any easier with the fact that we're starting to get into what this course can really give you, which is some tight holes. This being a great example of that. And just kind of flare this tee shot out to the right a little bit. Not my best. And as you see here, we have got our first punch out of the day. Not going to be able to go for the green here. I tell you what, I wanted to kind of use a 4-iron and try to get something up there close. But I did not want to risk catching like the edge of that path. You see how there's like a little gap in front of me, how it's raised up? Yeah, no thank you. Because that thing could bounce straight backwards and hit me, which is a 2-shot penalty. I tell you what, guys, when you are thinking your way through a shot and what the outcomes are if you try something, especially if you're a higher handicapper, my biggest advice, think of the absolute worst possible outcome and assess what the percentage of that outcome is. And I know that sounds like terrible advice, but let me tell you what, I have hit some shots in my life where I've tried to flop it over a tree to a short-sided pin with a giant bunker right in the middle of that tree and that pin. I've tried some absolutely stupid crap on the course over the years, and I can recall a lot of times where it cost me a good round because it turned into a blow-up hole. I remember playing a tournament. That was actually a really good putt, as my good golf interrupts me, which is a good thing there. And then Dad gives me that putt. He's like, Bennett, you've been sharp from that range today.
Stamp par 3, only 134 from the tips. So hopefully we can stick one. Looks like it's back pin, so it's playing about 140, 145. Perfect pitching wedge distance for me.
Yeah, I just wanted to show you a little bit of what this green looks like. Kind of, like I said, short par 3, but just a lot of trouble immediately on all sides of the green. Shortest par 3 on the golf course. So, of all par 3s to try and get a par on, this is definitely the one. I mean, all you 6 to 12, 13 handicappers out there, I would say, there is a big difference. It psychologically feels like more than a stroke when you're 2 over through 5 as opposed to 3 over through 5. So definitely do want to get myself under half bogey golf, which is the key to breaking 80, is just to get yourself to that point relatively early in the round. Now, I understand sometimes you'll have a stretch of back-to-back kind of poor holes, put you at like a 41, 42, and that only gives you like a shot or two if you're on a 71 to play with. But I mean, even like 6 over through 13 or 8 over through 16, you're giving yourself a chance, you know. And another thing another thing to give yourself a chance is to get the damn ball to the hole, which is what I did not do there, which was very frustrating. I think part of me being at a new course, I'm hitting putts slightly softer than I might hit them if I were a regular to this course. Because, you know, I'm like, I don't want to get bit by a really, really dastardly green, you know. And as you see here, I just barely make it over those trees on the right. The fairway is super wide beyond this bunker. But, I mean, it doesn't matter when I'm slicing it that much. The past 2 tee shots have just been pretty bad slices, to be honest with you. And so now here we are in a fairway bunker. So definitely a tough shot here. As you see, zooming in, getting that ball to drop right on the green. Man, did we pick that clean or what? There is a lot of crazy things that could have happened on that shot. And getting on the green from there was incredibly impressive. I had to go over another bunker to get right at that pin. I mean, I couldn't have picked that any better. I mean, you guys saw how much that spun. Like, I knifed that thing, you know? Caught that on, like, the bottom 2 grooves, and boom. Sticks it. And Uncle BT actually stuck his chip here. This is for his first par of the day. And he gets it to go. That was one of his goals today, was to get himself a par. And which, for someone who's trying to break 100,
that was on tape, and it was great.
Par's a birdie, all right? Heck, on some holes it's an eagle, you know? So, I think that if you can do yourself that favor as a high handicapper, get yourself a par on a hole that's not so easy, that will put so much confidence in you. And as you see there, a 3-putt, my first of the day. Not happy about it. But we do have a par 5 coming up.
Not making any major mistakes, but guys,
see how we can do on it. So headed into this par 5 tee shot, the shortest par 5 on the course, only 490 from the black. So if there's any hole to get a stroke back, this is it. So I'm really going to try to rip this tee shot. Try to break the mold with this driver, and that's not going to do it.
Right. I mean, this is way right. This is
Not going to break the mold of the banana ball that has been slowly creeping its way in to my swing here today, and that is easily twice as right as holes 4 and 6. That was absolutely awful.
So, just going to hit a punch.
And now I have this.
Not really much. I actually punched 5 wood. I'm thinking 5 wood. Just because I do not want to hit any sticks or mounds or pine cones on the ground. I do want to make sure I get it up. But not too up. This definitely is very screw-upable.
So, like I was saying before, guys, before I was interrupted, this is one of those shots where you have to assess all of the possible outcomes, and you have to decide whether it's worth it to go for the hero shot. Now, the hero shot here is through that middle tree
Feel the
and
thrill.
that
Here
right
we go.
one.
Better not hit a bad one. I think he might have pulled it off.
Didn't touch a thing.
The ball's not cutting, though. It's at the very right side of the green. How about that?
That was a great shot.
You bet we hit the hero shot.
Strengthen that hand so I could flip through it even though it was a partial swing. That was really nice.
And just like that, guys, we are back in business on this par 5. Only about 155 yards to the pin now. Got myself an 8-iron. And there is trouble long. There is some OB long. So I was just like, you know what? The adrenaline's flowing. I'm going to attack this 8-iron. The D-loft on the downhill lie is going to have it be enough. And I just struck this pure.
That was hit so good.
Like, I struck that dead middle of the face. Like, that one felt different. I tell you what, some of the blades the Tour Pros play with, I could never do it. But on that particular shot, I would have still had it on that. That's how good it was. All right, quit patting yourself on the back. It's just one shot, Bennett. Hit your putt. And, of course, it doesn't totally make the difference as I missed the putt. So there you go. Good buddy of mine, Lewis at Ferris State, he always says, your shot's only as good as you make it. And what he means by that is if you can make the putt afterward, you know. So, and he's right, you know, like all these hero shots, I mean, they're flashy. They're nice for the cameras. They're nice for the YouTube shorts, but not for a full course vlog because your putting sucks, you know. So, this is probably kind of a pretty crazy moment coming up, though, that would be worthy of some comic relief. I do hit the green on this par 3. I do hit the 7-iron a little thin. Heck, I should have just hit 8-iron and just tried to hit it as well as the last one with how much I got on it. And then this chip on the green, I had to chip that ball even though I was on the putting surface because of that big fat mound right in between me and the hole. And now I know with how dead it was, I probably theoretically could have tried to putt it, but I mean, half of my putt would have been fairway, you know? So it was just a really odd kind of hole location, and it cost me a stroke there. I tell you, this is Nob North. Their greens are designed very well. I mean, for a public course with how much dimension they have, with how different holes can play from a day to day, like that green plays twice as big if the pin's on the right, you know? Like, not a lot of courses have variety like that. But all in all, it's led us to being 5 over through 8 here. And like I was saying, just giving yourself a chance, not shortchanging yourself because of a poor front 9. So we really got to make par here. Big dog leg to the right, OB all the way down the right. 260 to clear that bunker, but that fairway on the left slopes
all right,
down
folks,
towards that other
big 8-iron here.
kind of fescue in the summer it would be. So this was an extremely tough tee shot to get it right, and as you see, I just didn't hit it far enough. Just kind of caught it a little high in the face. Not as far right, though, which I'm happy that I was able to fix that. Have my second try with driver after hole 7 be a lot better. But we still have a very difficult shot to a pin that is behind 2 bunkers from this angle.
The swing he made at it was vicious.
Oh yeah, and did I mention I needed to rise it over a tree on a leak or lie while still keeping the face open enough to get over the tree while not going right out of bounds? Oh my gosh, guys, that was an incredible shot. But lack of course knowledge kind of gets me here. I could have taken a 7-iron, one more club, and just aim for that left side of the green, I wouldn't have had this impossible chip shot. That's a 72.8 rating course for you, and this bunker is right in my line. I have got to hit another perfect shot here.
Thompson with the giveaway. Here's a chance in front. Oh, what a goal by Chase Thompson! TNT blows it up.
Yeah, I'll tap it in for the wedge-worthy finish on the 9. Absolutely brilliant golf shot. How about that, BT? That was great. Almost had the Georgia birdie in style. Oh my goodness. That's still a 41 front. I'm hanging in there. I've given myself a chance today. He's gonna move a little bit. All right, see you on the back 9.
If you gave me 100 balls from that spot, I might get one as close as that again. I might get lucky and have one drop, but that was a 1 in 100 or 2 in 100 chip shot I just hit right there. That has got to be in the top 5 of chip shots I've hit on this channel. And considering this is my 96th course vlog, that's a lot of chip shots. So, man, guys, I'm so glad you're able to see it. But we kept ourselves in the hunt. 41 plus 5. 5 out of 9 greens in regulation after missing all 7 fairways, which is so horrible. And it's like, oh my gosh. And I tell you what, some guys at PGA Management have been telling me, dude, you need a new driver. Well, I certainly felt like it after this 9 holes, because my goodness, guys, that was an abysmal performance with the driver. Those 3 middle shots, holes 1 and hole 2 weren't bad. I mean, they were pretty good drives. They were 7 out of 10, I would say. They missed the fairway by maybe a yard on that right side. But hole 4, hole 6, and hole 7, yeah, those were pretty bad, especially 7. I was able to recover on 9 there, but easily half of those drives I hit on that front were no good. Like, grounds for putting that driver away for a few holes, you know. But I got through it. I grinded. I think if we're being grammatical, that would actually be ground. But in any case, I was really happy with every facet of my game other than my driver. We are going to need to get that driver going, though, because the back 9 at Nob North is about 300 yards longer than the front. So we are going to have a hard time if we don't get that driver to work. And I will tell you right now, it did get a little bit better. I will give you that one small spoiler. I would say the worst drive on the back was about equivalent to hole 6's drive with how far right that one went, but none of them were nearly as bad as 7. So that's good. We were able to avoid that. But I tell you what, I gave myself a chance at this. We need a 38 or better. I mean, it's a tall task, but you guys have seen me do some crazy stuff on the channel before. 77 Farmington Hills, I had a 1 under front 9. Glen Oaks, I shot even par on video for those 9 holes. Sylvan Glen, I had a 1 under 34 on the back once on the channel. I've done some crazy good golf on this channel. I've done some scratch golfer level golf on this channel. I'm going to need to do it again, but we have it in us. Somewhere deep down we do. So let's cross our fingers that I exhibit that when I post the back 9, which hopefully will be very soon. All right, guys, this is Buffalo Ben 15 signing off. Have a good day, everyone.